How we end every episode is, what is one piece of advice that you'd love to leave for a couple who is maybe in your shoes right now?
I was thinking about this a lot, and the one thing that really resonates with me is that don't forget, and it's not really fertility based, but it's couple based.
Yeah.
Don't forget who you were as a couple before all of this started. I mean, we've been through lots of ups and downs, and I've definitely found myself like, oh, more negative about things. The whole process isn't nearly as fun as it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, like, your spouse is there, whether you have a baby or not.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't ever get to the point where you separate because of this journey. And there are people that do that, but
Yeah.
remember to go on dates and do the things that don't revolve around fertility, because it does eat up so much of your time and your life. And it's an everyday thought.
Yeah.
Take the time to be a couple and just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I think that is definitely some of the best advice, because I have definitely seen it become strenuous in relationships. And I think that kind of philosophy of like, regardless of how this ends up, like, the two of you still have each other. And so fostering that relationship, and we're often prescribing, like, we call them non-fertility date nights. So like, you don't talk about it. There's no mention of your cycle. There's no chatting about the cost or what's next or the test. Like, it's literally off the table for you guys. And the other thing we like to recommend too is thinking about, what are things you used to do together when you first started dating that you maybe don't do anymore because like your relationship has evolved and you've both maybe like gotten busier, or the fertility aspect, especially for you guys that have such a large commute on top of the treatments, like, that eats up so much time when you are doing a cycle. Like, what's something that's fallen off of what you guys used to love to do together, and how can we reconnect and bring that back in to the relationship? We could talk about this for hours, because I really feel like it is such a huge piece to foster that partnership and remind yourself, like, we are in this together, and there has to be more to life than just your infertility experience. And using your partner to kind of like help pull you out of that is typically a really good place to start. Amazing, Caitlin. Thank you for sharing. I think this will be so helpful for women who are like, ooh, do I do an IUI?